They'll shoot up a house, they'll shoot up a bus. They don't care who's around.
Children sleeping inside. Think about that for a second. We have a 33-year-old individual that's essentially orchestrating these shootings.
In total, 11 people have been arrested. They're facing a total of 57 charges, including attempted murder and gun possession. Prosecutors say they tried to kill rival gang members as part of an ongoing turf war leading to unnecessary violence in their communities.
All right, Fox 5's Lisa Evers had a front row seat to this case and joins us now. Lisa, tell us about what you saw.
Well, Steve, Natasha, we got an exclusive look inside the NYPD's takedown of a violent Queens gang that police say terrorized people living in Southeast Queens with reckless drive-by shootings and running gun battles in residential neighborhoods. And they say the gang leader of the 8-Tray moving Crips was actually a 33-year-old man who started training teens as young as 14, training them how to pull the trigger and who to shoot.
I know y'all probably wondering why I'm doing that, but you telling me that this guy, this grown man, is teaching this young boy how to shoot and who to shoot? I mean, if this society is not backwards, if this culture is not backwards, I don't know what else to say. This kid could have been a future basketball player, future football player, future doctor, future lawyer, future nurse, future carpenter. But instead you want him to become a future dead man or jailbird. What are we doing here? Grown men. What are we doing here? Let's continue, man. Let's continue.
Making this right on 104th. Copy. Oh, we in contact with Warren. Get out of the way.
We were embedded with the NYPD's Gun Violence Suppression Division and supporting units as they implemented Operation Deadliest Catch. It took them months of investigations and thousands of hours to get to this moment. Their goal? Take shooting suspects they say are the worst of the worst off the streets.
Their recklessness, the fact that they'll go out there, they'll shoot up a house, they'll shoot up a bus. They don't care who's around. We know bullets have no names, and they have no regard for human life.
The police are asking us to put on these bulletproof vests because many of the suspects that they're about to take down today are wanted for violent gun offenses. Before we hit the streets, Assistant NYPD Chief Jason Savino addresses officers from the Gun Violence Suppression Division and supporting squads including warrants and the 113th Detective Squad, reminding them of the incident in the surveillance video. 2 cars roll up to a house, park, and then they jump out shooting with an entire family asleep inside.
2 cars, 4 guns, riddle that house with bullets.
You see what I mean? You see what I mean, though? Why? Why? Yo, the streets is wild. Somebody's kid, somebody's son is in that house. Somebody's daughter is in that house. And they don't even care. They don't care if they're sleeping. They don't care if they're awake. They don't care if they're playing in the living room. They want to see blood everywhere. Everywhere. How demonic can this be? Real talk. How much of an evil person, an evil spirit do you have for you to have this type of behavior, for you to have this type of mindset? I really want to know. I really want to know because I've never been this upset, this angry at someone, regardless of what they've done to me, that I wanted to see them. And you know, a lot of people have done me dirty, for real. They have. But I would never put myself in this situation regardless. I guess I was just built different. I guess I was just born different. Honestly. This is sick to me. This is insane. Let's continue.
Children sleeping inside. Think about that for a second, right? Those 4 guns, come back to an additional 17 shootings.
At this undisclosed location, the police get their assignments, which will take them to various locations in Queens. Since the start of the Gun Violence Suppression Division in 2021, police say there's been double-digit declines in both the number of shooting incidents and the number of shooting victims in New York City.
From here, you know, you guys are just going to go straight to your individual hits.
So the detectives have their files and they have their assignments, and now they're going to pick up the suspects. Their case subjects are 11 members of the 8-Tray Moving Crips gang. Queens DA Melinda Katz, who has made working with police to get guns off the streets and bring down gun violence a top priority, says those gang members found guilty will pay for their crimes.
The 57-count indictment charging 11 defendants with conspiracy to commit murder, attempted murder, attempted assault, reckless endangerment, and the criminal possession of a weapon.
Me and my be stepping. If he's talking no bro, we gon' send him.
Two of those indicted are aspiring drill rappers Amir Harris, who goes by Mir EBK. EBK stands for Everybody's Killer. His rapping partner is Seth Johnson, who goes by Sav G. While many drill rappers are successful artists and not involved in crime, some are, says Captain Ryan Gillis. He says they use their lyrics to inflame their rivals called ops.
So the drill rap connection seems to always be a common theme in these investigations. Some people have more clout or more noteworthiness than others, but there's always a few members of the crew that take pride and like to antagonize the other opposition gang.
Right now we're part of a...
This is unbelievable, man. It's sad. Not only are they teaching young kids to do this stuff over and over again, because it's like a popular genre of music, they're teaching these kids to do this stuff over and over again, knowing where they'll end up, knowing what the end goal is in this. You're either gonna be dead or you're gonna be in jail. Some people make it out. Some people make it successfully. And you know, their demons don't come out until years later. You know, they get their fame. They made it. But I feel like these kids are selling their souls. They're selling their souls for this. It's not even good. That's not good. It's not a good environment. You're not sending a good message to other kids. You're not sending a good message to other adults when you're out here talking about, oh, I'm smoking on this, or this is my op. Like, who raised y'all? Who raised y'all? Where were y'all raised? Were y'all not raised to get out of this, regardless of where you were raised? Were y'all not taught to not involve yourselves with this? I really want to know. I know it's not my followers. I know that for sure. I just really wanted to know, man. Let's continue.
Stack of police vehicles heading onto the Grand Central Parkway to the first location. We have an exclusive look with the detectives as they are taking us into the neighborhoods in southeast Queens that they say were terrorized by these shooters. Officers go into this house and surround the yard to make sure the suspect does not escape. They put their lives on the line to give this community and the people living here the safety they deserve. The officers from the Gun Violence Suppression Division, along with officers and detectives from the Warrant Squad, just went into this house right here to try and bring out one of the suspects. We just got word that one of the main suspects has been taken into custody, so we're going to the 111th precinct right now. One by one, the suspects are brought in to be booked on serious felony charges, ranging from weapons possession to attempted murder. Mr. Tanis, police say that you gave young teenagers guns. Is that true? So this is where all the suspects are being taken in here, right?
Yeah, we're bringing all the suspects here subsequently to the investigation.
And then what about this case troubles you the most?
We have a 33-year-old individual that's essentially orchestrating these shootings. He's recruiting younger individuals, younger impressionable individuals at that. And what is he doing? Putting guns in their hands and telling them where to shoot and who to shoot.
The shooting incidents in this case occurred from March of 2021 through December of 2022.
We allege that the main goal of this violence is a turf war.
Now, police tell us that they are not after
Turf war, y'all. I want to go to the comments, ladies and gentlemen. Can we go to the comments? I'll just read it out here for you. A turf war. Imagine shooting at each other over a turf that you don't even own. Stupidity. Imagine being a 33-year-old gangbanger fighting over a hood that you don't even own. One house on. LOL, that's wild. Drill music is the worst thing that happened to urban music in the history of hip-hop. I agree, sir. I agree. Dying in the streets must be the dumbest thing ever. Oh, well, tell me about it. Tell me about it. The cop explained the whole problem. Young, impressionable individuals don't have kids if you can't take care of them. I agree. They are so dumb. They are driving off their own partners hanging out. Sorry, they drive off their partners hanging out their car. I don't know what they're talking about here. Never die for the neighborhood that your mama is renting. Come on, let's talk about it. I can't believe, I seriously can't believe that this is a thing with grown men also. Grown men still doing this. Grown men still acting hard. Still gangbanging. I mean, you past 30, you still ain't got a job. You still ain't got a job, you past 30. Young men, don't be another statistic. Be great. Go out there, accomplish your goals, accomplish your dreams. Don't follow no evil crowds. Don't hang around no evil business. Just do the work. Do the work to be great. Do the work to be successful. And do the work to have good character. Because at the end of the day, man, you want your legacy to go out with fireworks. You don't want no negative publicity. You don't want no negative press. You want to be loved. I feel like that's every man's ambition, just to be loved. And that's every woman's ambition too, just to be loved. You know, you don't have to be the best, most perfect person. But if you can go out and somebody can give you flowers because you genuinely are just a good person, that's a blessing on its own, man. Let me know y'all thoughts about this down in the comments below. I'd really like to know y'all thoughts, man. Till next time, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button on your way out. It's your boy Dgotsauce, man. Peace.